Welcome back, everybody. It's been a couple of weeks now. House is pretty much done, so good news. I'm able to try and get normal amounts of sleep without being woken up. The garden is still, for the most part, out here in the yard. Unfortunate that the workers were unable to move it all back, even though they're the ones that moved it all down there. But I've moved a few back, the ones that I might be isolating seeds from. And the ones that I really wanted to keep away from the others just because I might be saving them until next year. But yeah, that's just the quick update. We're here. A little bit unstable surface here, gotta get used to that. Decided to come back outside one more time. It's getting to be that time of year where the weather is just awesome and there are birds chirping, and I saw the squirrels playing earlier and they were merry. Yeah, so if you read the video, or if you read the video title, you know that we are here to see the brown egg. This is a wonderful species that was recommended to me by not a person but a website. Said if you like this one you might like these, and I looked at them and I thought those look really neat, so I figured I'd try growing them, and sure enough they are real easy to grow. And first things first, we're gonna go look at the plant and then we'll be right back. If the birds don't get really angry and just come kill me before then. See you in a minute. I don't know what he's looking at, but we are outside to look at this. This is the brown egg, loaded with these thick egg-shaped brown peppers. And if we look down here, we can see multiples coming from the same V, indicating this is indeed a capsicum Chinense variety. However, I have no idea what it's going to taste like. I don't know how hot it's going to be, and I also don't know how big they get, because as I said, my plants this year have been stunted a little bit, so they could get much bigger than this, or they could just cap out at this size. Like, that right there is an ahi pineapple, and I think I see a caterpillar. Huh, I do. Hey, little seriously. Well, I have no idea where he fell off to. But either way, this was grown in the same stuff as the others, but these get much, much larger, as seen by previous year's varieties. So I might grow this again next year just to see how big it gets, but for now, we're going to take one inside and give it a try. See you there. There you have it. So I've again decided to go into this blind, and I should mention that that video you just saw of the plant was actually taken about a week ago. I had fully intended on taking this video when Mom was still here, but I pulled the pepper off the plant. I wasn't going to take these two parts of the video until much later in the day, and stuff came up I just completely forgot, and then I've delayed it because I had to go back to work. So this is a completely different one than the one that you saw me pull off the plant. You may have actually seen it in the video. In fact, I'd be surprised if you didn't. But going in this a little bit blind, I only know that they're a Chinense, as you saw, and I'm under the impression they're actually somewhat mild. As far as what the flavor of them is, I don't know. It could be the Chinense super hot type floral flavor, or it could be a bit sweeter. We're going to find out. But all I know is I'm not prepared to eat anything hot. I'm out here by myself with no additives, no milk, no ice cream, nothing like that, and a chocolate bootleg that I'm getting ready to throw in a pot of chili. So here goes nothing. Whew. Full of seeds. It's a lovely, hang on, see if I can get the light on it. There we go. It's like a lovely Merlot color almost, like a burgundy even. Very mild, not terribly sweet though, and this one is very ripe. Like, it's that ripe where the chocolate is actually starting to turn a little bit red. As I said, Merlot. But yeah, not a terrible amount of sweetness to this. This to me would be one of the peppers that you would use in pickling. Now hear me out. If you wanted the brine to be where most of the flavor came from, as opposed to the peppers, this would be a fantastic specimen, because you're not going to get that floral taste of the Chinense, you're not going to get that sweet taste of the annuums, or the bitter hot taste of some of the others. It's not bad. Definitely a mild, but not heatless like a bell. So many seeds, holy crap. There's heat though, I'm feeling it. It's like a 2 out of 10, something like that. If you can get past the fact that these things are little packets of seeds, they're actually pretty good. The complete opposite end of the spectrum from this bad boy. A little bit sweeter toward the back. I just got a little hint of something that made my mouth water a bit, so not bad. Yeah, all in all, really good looking plant. It's actually fairly ornamental, all things considered. And I guess that sort of goes hand in hand with the fact that there's, you know, oh, there we go, try to get the light. There's a pod that's this small and has this many seeds in it. Well, that's pretty boring, isn't it? I was kind of hoping for something spectacular, but honestly, I'm fine with it. Like I said, there's uses for peppers that don't have a whole lot of that flavor, that pepper flavor. I mean, they might be good to just pickle whole. Couldn't be bad, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and say that that's a wrap. There's not much more to be said about this. The heat's already, the little tiny bit of heat that was there is already dissipating. It's at the little tiny spot right there. And yeah, I think I've got a couple of more coming. I actually have not been super duper keeping up with what's down there. I probably need to go check a little bit. I may have something coming up in the next couple of days, and I might end up delaying the release of it just to, you know, move ourselves a little closer to next year. I did go to the farmer's market and I picked up probably 15 different varieties I had never tried before, many of which I'd never heard of, a few of which I have and haven't ordered the seeds from because they're the ones that are like generally pretty sought after, and they're either sold out or the prices are way too high. Like, I'm not going to pay $6 for 10 seeds. That's just ridiculous. Because I totally went to the farmer's market, picked up the actual peppers themselves, and got like 80 seeds out of them. Obviously, not everybody can do that, but if you have a farmer's market near you, I suggest going to check them out. As with previous years, I will not be guaranteed that they won't cross. You can never guarantee that when you don't know how they're planted, but I can assume it's going to be a fairly low chance, especially if they grow like a row of a certain kind. The odds that I get one that are on one of the outsides are, I don't know, maybe like 50-50, maybe even like 30-70, something like that. I'm not sure, but I'm going to take my chances with them. We'll see which ones grow true. I've got all the pictures that I took holding the actual peppers themselves in my hand. I didn't try any of them, but damn, I wanted to. I got Sugar Rush Peach, Ahi Fantasy, which I've heard great things about. No matter where I hear it from, it's always a great review. I saw some really wicked looking ones like Death Spiral. I got some, oh god, I got a couple that I'm actually afraid of. Death Spiral being one of them, but I believe one, it was labeled as a Chocolate Reaper, but I know beyond the shadow of a doubt that it was not a Chocolate Reaper. I'm pretty sure it was a Black Naga. So we'll see how, or a Chocolate Naga, whatever you want to call it. But Big Red Mamas, Jamaican mushrooms as well, how one of them was labeled, but it looks like a Scotch bonnet. I don't know. If it's actually a Scotch bonnet, I'm going to be psyched to finally have one and not those little weird knockoffs that we've been seeing going around. But enough of a rant. I'm going to sign out. Like I said, I'll be back soon. Hopefully I'll have something more entertaining than this. Who knows? And I'll see you then. Thank you for watching.